We're going to talk about what happened just right now. The game that happened, the LA Rams versus the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins came up on top with a good road win, man. What's up? How you feeling
I think I
about
think
this
the
game?
difference I think the difference in the game was the Rams settled for field goals, while the Dolphins got a couple of touchdowns in there. And that was basically the big difference. I don't think that the Rams played a great game. I don't think the Dolphins played a great game, but I think ultimately that was the big difference when you think about that game. The Rams just could not get in the end zone for whatever reason. The running game wasn't, effective in the red zone. And I think that was the big difference as far as what I can see. Um, but overall, I thought it was a competitive game. But watching the game, I never felt like the Dolphins was going to lose that game after I got past them in the first quarter. So shout out to the Dolphins with Tua Tagovailoa. Listen, they're a different team, man. They're a different team. I know they lost last week to the Cardinals, but understand something. The Cardinals are 6-4. They're atop their division, so the Cardinals are not a slouch. And the Dolphins, maybe be able to turn their season around. With Tua at the helm. Said that, I think the Dolphins with Tua is definitely going to be a problem moving forward. They're definitely a different team with him at the helm. And I think the biggest difference in the game was that the Rams settled for field goals while the Dolphins got a couple of touchdowns in there. At the end of the day, the Rams, their season's definitely not over. They just have to go back to the drawing boards and put some things together. But the Dolphins are coming. The Dolphins, hey, look, I know I've been saying that the Bengals are not over. Don't count them out. We talked about the Jets. I don't know how I feel about that right now. But the Dolphins may be the team that we may not want to count out quite yet with Tua back at the helm.
Yeah, man. This game was not what I expected. I expect more of a shootout in this game, but obviously it was a offense for both teams, man. Both teams didn't, they weren't that effective passing the ball, weren't effective as the defense definitely showed up in this game. That what I didn't expect. Offense really struggled in this game. They got it going late in this game. Um, even with Cup and Puka Nakua, being healthy, you can get all the receptions they want, man, but you still got to play defense at the end of the day. Kyron Williams, he didn't run the ball he wasn't effective running the ball at all. I mean, he did have 62 yards for 15 carries. Matthew Stafford just threw for a lot today with no touchdown passes. One interception, he got sacked 4 times. Attempted to throw the ball 46 times. Just not a balanced attack for me. Just relied too much on the passing game, and Miami and Mike McDaniel was able to figure that out. Miami didn't even have their best game. Also, guys like Tyreek Hill, he was playing. He's playing through injury right now, from what I know. Like a
Yeah, it
broken
seems that way.
ligament. Yeah, so they were able to squeeze by a win and a huge win for Miami right now. Huge blow to the the Rams because that division right now is going to be tough in that division between in the NFC West because you did have the Niners winning, the Cardinals won also this past weekend, and then them losing, you fall a game behind, and
Jared Goff threw not one, not two, not three, not even four, but five interceptions. And you mean to tell me you still couldn't get the dub? I have no doubt what to say. The Houston Texans are my biggest losers. I don't want to hear Nico Collins, was out inactive. We understand that. We understand Stephon Diggs missed the game as well. He's out for the year. But you had Tank Dell, you had Joe Mixon, you had CJ Stroud, you had that defense, and you got 5 turnovers. 5, not 3, not 2, 5 of them things. And you still couldn't get it done. To me, that's all I needed to see. I thought Houston was, if they was going to take the next step, they'd have to win games like this. You saw the way that the Lions won that game. You saw the way the Chiefs won the game that they won. You saw the way the Vikings won the way they won. And I look at this team, even the Niners the way they won. And you look at this team, and Baltimore, I didn't mention Baltimore. Baltimore, the way they won. And you mentioned this team, and you said to yourself, how can we say that you're going to be that contender when you can't win games like this? 5 interceptions and holding this team, holding Gibbs to 70, holding Montgomery to 30-something, having Jared Goff through 5 interceptions. You're at home. You got to be my biggest loser. As far as for my biggest winner, I'll go to Kansas City Chiefs. I just think, I know some people may say, well, they beat the Broncos. Yeah, but the Chiefs keep finding ways to win. They find ways to win in so many different ways. Block field goal this time. Stopping Bijan Robinson on 4th down one time. I just think that what the Chiefs are doing right now is special. They're still undefeated. So I'm going to say they're my biggest winner.
So where are we at? Our winners and losers?
Yeah, in the NFL. I did NFL first because we was on the NFL, so I just stuck with it. I said my biggest loser is the Houston Texans. 5 interceptions from Jared Goff, up 23-7 at halftime at home. You can't lose that game if you're the Houston Texans. You have to close that one out. And for them not to, they're my biggest loser. And then the biggest winner I said was the Chiefs. Because for whatever reason, this team keeps finding a way to win. They win ways in unique ways, and they win off of a blocked field goal, bro. You can't make this stuff up, bro. So yeah, they're my biggest winners.
My biggest losers, man. Damn, I don't know who's my biggest losers. If I had to pick my biggest losers, screw it, man. That's the freaking Dallas Cowboys. Are you kidding me, man? I am done with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh God.
That's it. That's a wrap. I've had it enough with this team. I just don't. I'm not gonna say I don't care, but it's time to can this season, man. This is a done deal. Dak Prescott is on his way to season-ending surgery. Be out the remainder of the season. Obviously, the more the Cowboys keep losing, it's Mike McCarthy is on his way out. CD Lamb is making excuses. The damn sun's in his eye. That's why he can't catch a touchdown reception. You are the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Hold on now.
Okay. You are one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Jamar Chase, he don't make excuses, man, when they lose. You know what he says? I'm always open. That's what Jamar Chase says. And then CD Lamb wants to talk about the damn sun in his eye. Jerry Jones was like, you might as well tear the damn building down if you saying that. We've always had the open, the open stadium as when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys stadium. And then on top of that, Micah Parsons, after the game, this guy wants to come out and says, I don't give a damn about Mike McCarthy. He ain't going to be here. He was mentioning about Zeke Elliott and Zach Martin. He was like, those guys has done more than Mike McCarthy's ever done as a Cowboy. I'm like, come on, man. You just don't say that to. You just don't say that it's what one of your stars is saying that to your head coach. You're just adding insult to injury because you
Lost the
know that.
locker room.
Yeah, because you know damn well the you know damn well McCarthy's on his way out, but come on, man. Like Mike McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach. You could say whatever you want to say about him, but you know, Mike McCarthy doesn't deserve that, man. And you know, I always defend the Cowboys and Micah Parsons, but that was way out of line. And you know, and I'm getting at the point where I'm sick of Micah Parsons' podcast show right now. He'd
Oh,
rather talk about his damn podcast show of why the Cowboys is getting their ass kicked right now. That's what it comes down to. And the Cowboys is just a bad team right now, a very bad team, man. And Jerry Jones, I don't know what excuse that he could possibly make now. He's been making excuses all season, all off season. You know, and he kind of threw Dak Prescott on the bus because it was like, hey, you thought Cooper Rush had the better chance, but guess what? You got blown up by the Eagles. And then Jerry Jones was like, hey, when Dak Prescott was our quarterback before he got injured, he only gave us 3 wins.
wow. It's a wild show up there in Dallas, man.
But yeah, the Cowboys are definitely my losers. But my winners, man, it's the San
Oh my
Francisco
God.
49ers,
Man, what a
man.
game they were supposed to win. What are you
Hold
talking?
on, man. I'm talking.
Oh God.
Um the San Francisco 49ers are definitely my winners because you had Christian McCaffrey returning this past week. You know, it felt like he was very limited, but McCaffrey did look like McCaffrey though. There was a couple of series where they kept them out. I think in the third quarter, and they didn't score nothing at all. You know, defense definitely made some plays, man. Jake Moody, man, you remind me of Mason Crosby. That's what it comes down to.
Wow.
The dude missed 3 field goals, but he made it at the end. He made it count at the end, which would matter. But the guy of this game, man, it was Brock Purdy at the end of the
Oh
day, man.
God. What?
Whoa, hold on, man. Enough of your damn reactions. Um, 25 of 36, 353 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. What a game. You want to talk about a gamer, a baller. And on top of that, Brock Purdy was named LFG player of the game by Tom Brady, the GOAT.
Oh
You know,
God.
so that was a really impressive performance. Nice drive he capped off. Drove them down the field to give them a game, an opportunity to win the game, man. That was definitely huge. What the Niners have done, back to back wins. Um, man, even though the Cowboys may be eliminated, I do. I think I'm gonna start rooting for Brock Purdy for the rest of the season.
Oh God. Here we
That's what
go.
I'm gonna do, man. People loved it so much last year. I know X was admiring it so much, how much I was just, letting it be known and recognizing Brock Purdy's excellence last year. I think I'm gonna remind the people again, just because. But yeah, those are my winners and losers from the NFL.
Okay.
Um, all right, man. Let's go to our NFL power rankings for this past week.
All right. Yo, put
Hold
a
on, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me see. All right. Uh,
all
Power five
right.
rankings.
All right. Here we go. Power rankings. Your boy Trex, the sports junkie, man. It was a crazy week in the NFL, week 10. Um, but after week 10, here's my Power 5 rankings. Coming at number 5, I got the Philadelphia Eagles. They go into Dallas. I know there was no Dak, yo. I know all the Cowboy fans gonna say Dak was hurt and this and that.
Yeah,
But
he was.
Philly is starting to catch their stride. People are starting to get healthy. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are gonna make their run. Um, right now they're right behind the Detroit Lions in the NFC as far as for that top seed at 7-2. So I got them coming at number 5. At number 4, I'm gonna go over to a team in the AFC that's 8-2, and I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills. Yes, Josh Allen and company. They have so many ways that they can beat you. No Amari Cooper this week. No Keon Coleman. No problem. They figure it out. They run the ball sometimes. They throw the ball sometimes. And they get. I shouldn't say sometimes. They have big games running and they have big games passing. But the guy that leads that run is definitely Josh Allen. So I got them at number 4. Coming at number 3, I know they have 3 losses, but you're not gonna sit here and tell me with your own eyes this is not one of the best 3 teams in the league. I got the Baltimore Ravens. Jamar Chase almost had 300 receiving yards, and guess what? Baltimore still won. Lamar Jackson, I'm telling you right now, I'm nominating him for Player of the Week again this week. Um, Lamar Jackson has just been phenomenal. The Ravens, him, Derrick Henry, and company, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs this year. But I got them coming in number 3. And at number 2, the Detroit Lions, man. They're kind of starting to get that, like I said, when you're in these crunch time situations, when things go bad, when it seems like there's no way you'll win this game, you have to win these kind of games. And the Detroit Lions showed that last night versus the Texans. They will be my number 2 seed, my number 2 team in the power rankings. And then finally, at number 1, a team that I cannot lie, they just find ways to win, the defending Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that's the best top 5 that we've had this year. I think those 5 teams have kind of separated themselves. I know the Steelers have a tremendous defense. Russell Wilson's playing good, but that's my top 5. And shout out to the Washington Commanders as well. They played really well this year as well.
Wow, man. I think that's a topic that we're going to be talking about on Wednesday, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Um, the
And I'm sorry,
disrespect
I'm a
that
little tired
people,
right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Been up
the
since super
disres
early this morning.
no worries. The disrespect that people have on the Steelers. But hey, I'm disrespecting them too because they ain't
Oh,
in my damn top 5. um, okay, so coming in, I'm gonna start off from the top. Because the first 2 is very easy. Kansas City Chiefs, they find a way to win. It was ugly, but they did it, man. I thought they were gonna lose, man. They squeezed by. Chiefs won. Detroit Lions too. When the Jared Goff throws for what? 5 interceptions.
5, dog. That's crazy.
You threw for 5 interceptions and you still been able to win that game. There was
Against a
no
playoff
doubt in
team.
yeah. Yeah, there was no doubt in my mind when the Lions were down. I was like, "Yo, they coming back, man." The Texans giving them too many opportunities. Jake Jake Bates, man, that field goal, dude, that was a close one, but he squeezed it in. The players didn't have their best game, but they were good. Defense was huge also, and obviously you got to win those type of games on the road. So I got them at number 2. Number 3, man. I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens at 3. When they lost this past last week, everybody dropped them out of the top 5. I said, man, that one loss, I think they're still good enough though. So I definitely had them at number 3. Number 4, I got the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, he didn't even throw for any touchdown passes. He ran for one. So did James Cook. Defense was huge in this game, and they found a way to win. So I definitely got him them at number 4. Number 5, the same as you, man. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. I think right now, I definitely do want to see more from what the Niners could do because they're in a tight race right now in the NFC West. But um, the yeah, they're in the tight race in the NFC West. But the Eagles, man, you could say right now they are the biggest threat right now to the Detroit Lions in the NFC. Uh, Eagles looking good right now, man. And it's not just Saquon Barkley. They're actually getting really comfortable throwing the ball with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Defense been showing up also. So those are my top 5 power rankings from the
So we
NFL.
had the exact same Power Five in the exact same order. That just goes to tell something. We never agree on stuff.
There, yeah, man. I didn't put the Steelers in though, man. I'm just even though they have one of the best records in the league, I'm just not sold on them yet, even though they're making these wins. But we're gonna talk about it some more though, on the NBA show on Wednesday. But with that being said, we're moving. Hold on, not yet. It's time to nominate our player of the week. We want to send our apologies out to everybody, man. We did not put our player of the week last week, but it was Saquon Barkley last week, though. So that we'll definitely have it up this week, actually by tomorrow. So with that being said, our MBS Player of the Week nominations. Who you got?
Lamar Jackson, bro. What are we talking about, man? And then the three, he throws a touchdown and acts like he's shooting basketball, bro. Insane. I got Lamar again, bro. I think he's starting to run away with this MVP. He won it last year, and he's having a much better year this year. I'm going Lamar Jackson, bro.
What was it? Lamar's numbers. Okay, he had 26, 25, 33, 290 yards, threw for 4 touchdowns. Okay. Well, I'm going with Brock Purdy as my nominee, man. I like Brock Purdy as my nominee. Um, he like I said, I said his numbers earlier, 25 of 36, 353 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. I like that for my nominee.